Welcome to the new episode, The Strait of Gibraltar is the channel that connects the Atlantic Ocean and Mediterranean Sea. At just over 8 miles or 12 kilometers at its narrowest point, this modest distance separates two continents and marks the meeting point of the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. The potential economic impact of such a connection is huge, as it could facilitate trade and ease transportation between these two major regions. Despite the interest in bridging Europe and Africa, no bridge has been built to connect the two continents. While over 60 bridges worldwide exceed 8 miles, none have connected these continents. Various proposals have been made over the decades indicating interest in such a connection. This bridge would link 800 million people of Europe with the 1.4 billion in Africa, indicating its strategic importance. The proposed bridge between Europe and Africa offers substantial economic benefits by facilitating trade and transportation. However, engineering complexities, particularly spanning the deep and geologically active Strait of Gibraltar, present significant challenges. Despite its potential benefits, obstacles like political disputes, social factors, and differing economic priorities could hinder progress. Financial challenges, including the high cost of construction and maintenance, and ultimately, while the concept shows promise, challenges have thus far prevented the construction of a bridge connecting Europe and Africa. Will you ever be able to drive or take a train across the Strait of Gibraltar? Let's find out. The strait connecting the Atlantic and Mediterranean is around 36 miles long and or 57 kilometers. It's between Point Morocco in Spain and Point Suez in Morocco that the strait narrows just over 8 miles, roughly the same distance between San Francisco and Oakland. On a clear day, you can even see across the other side. The depth of water running through the Strait of Gibraltar averages around 1,200 feet or above 365 meters in depth. There is more to this important waterway, but for right now, it's important to know that the Strait of Gibraltar currently is and always has been one of the most important shipping channels in the world. It serves as the only natural channel connecting the Mediterranean Sea to an ocean. The Suez Canal in the western Mediterranean, which connects to the Indian Ocean via the Red Sea, is man-made. Also, Strait of Gibraltar is much larger and therefore much easier for large ships to navigate through. This means that huge amounts of cargo ships and trade vessels pass through the channel daily. In fact, it is estimated that over 100,000 ships pass through the Strait of Gibraltar every year. In comparison, the Panama Canal, which connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, handles around 14,000 transits per year, while the Suez Canal sees 20,000 ships annually. Many of the ships passing through the Strait of Gibraltar are traveling from the Western Hemisphere to deliver goods to the Middle East, Africa, and Europe. However, there is also a lot of traffic that uses the strait to travel even further east to Asia and China as well. The Strait of Gibraltar serves a crucial route for global maritime traffic, generating significant economic revenue for the countries bordering its mouth. This economic importance is evidenced by the development of major ports and shipping facilities such as Port of Algiers in Spain and Port of Tangier in Morocco. Both Spain and Morocco are rapidly increasing the number of ports to capitalize on trade and tourism opportunities. Although there are financial resources potentially available from trade and tourism, the construction of bridge between these regions has not yet happened, prompting questions about the underlying causes for the delay. Ever since the first feasibility investigation in 1979, the subsequent Euromed Transport project, a bridge connecting Africa and Europe, has run into numerous complications. The main obstacle preventing the construction of a bridge between Spain and Morocco is the political tension and disagreement between the two governments, which overweigh any potential consensus. The challenges surrounding the construction of the bridge primarily revolve around funding and the perceived benefits for each nation involved. Estimates suggest that the building a bridge across the Strait of Gibraltar could cost billions of dollars, ranging from $5 billion to as much as $20 billion. Alternate transportation options across the Mediterranean, such as ferry, plane, or private boat, accommodate travelers with ferries carrying approximately 5 million passengers annually. In contrast, the Channel Tunnel, linking the UK and France, was constructed for around $14 billion and serves 20 million passengers per year. Cargo ships offer a cost effective means of transporting goods across the Mediterranean due to its proximity, with Europe and Africa being less than 10 miles apart at various points along the Strait of Gibraltar. The economic incentive for constructing a bridge between Spain and Morocco is lacking, as the shipping lanes through the Strait of Gibraltar generate significant revenue from the passage of 100,000 ships annually. Building a bridge may potentially impede this revenue stream rather than enhance it. While several major plans for such a bridge have been proposed, each has stalled due to the substantial cost and time required for construction. Despite the feasibility of building a bridge across the Strait of Gibraltar with current technology, the economic considerations and logistical challenges have hindered progress. Constructing a bridge across the Strait of Gibraltar presents challenges in ensuring it doesn't disrupt shipping lanes. Engineers would aim to build it at a relatively narrow point, around 12 miles. However, any bridge must allow for the unhindered passage of ships. A drawbridge option is not feasible due to the high volume of daily maritime traffic, which would result in significant traffic congestion and delays. Despite the engineering capability to construct lengthy bridges, ensuring uninterrupted shipping traffic remains a key consideration for such a project. The significant challenge in constructing a bridge across the Strait of Gibraltar lies in accommodating the height required for cargo ships to pass underneath without disrupting traffic. The Evergreen A class, among the largest container ships, stands over 100 feet tall and needs substantial clearance. To future-proof the bridge against evolving ship sites, engineering would need to build it at least 100 feet above the water, if not higher. However, this height requirement poses a considerable obstacle to manageable construction. The most significant obstacle to building a bridge across the Strait of Gibraltar lies in the region's geologic instability caused by the convergence of the African and Eurasian tectonic plates. Of course, earthquakes. Any bridge constructed in this area must withstand high magnitude earthquakes as seismic activity is inevitable. Historical earthquakes such as 1755 Lisbon earthquake and 1960 Agadir earthquake demonstrate the potential for devastating effects in the region. Unlike other underwater crossings, the location of the Strait of Gibraltar exposes it directly to geological risks associated with tectonic plate movement, making earthquake resistance a critical consideration for bridge construction. Survey findings indicate that the sea floor of the Strait of Gibraltar is unstable compared to other locations, presenting challenges for constructing a bridge. Researchers have identified deep clay channels that are highly unstable and difficult to secure structures to support a bridge. The Strait of Gibraltar formed around 5.3 million years ago during the Messinian salinity crisis when tectonic plate movement caused the sinking of a land in the region, allowing water to flow in and create a strait. Originally, the Mediterranean Sea was part of the Tethys Sea, an ancient ocean that existed between the continents of Gondwana and Laurasia. Over time, the African continent shifted and collided with Asia and Europe, leading to the formation of the Mediterranean Sea as it is known today. The Strait of Gibraltar serves as a crucial passageway between Europe and Africa. Deeply entwined with historical and political economic complexities, despite various proposals for a bridge or a tunnel, significant challenges hinder progress. Political tensions between Spain and Morocco, historical disputes, and territorial claims complicate cooperation. Geologically, the region's instability and the presence of clay channels pose formidable obstacles to construction. While past efforts such as Professor Lean's bridge proposals or Eugene Tissu's innovative designs showcase ambitious visions, practical and financial constraints remain formidable barriers. Presently, maritime transportation remains the primary means of crossing the strait, with a bridge or tunnel seeming distant possibilities amidst geopolitical and economic realities. Thank you for tuning into this episode. Do not forget to subscribe for more insightful content and updates.